Hello, fam. This is our radio podcast with the Radio Apprentice. You're welcome, fam. This is the Radio Apprentice, and you're listening to our radio podcast. Okay, this evening I've been thinking out loud and thinking quite wild. And then, with some help, we're going to solve this puzzle here and there and figure out what this day is going to be like. Tonight, to help us solve the puzzle, I have a guest, and I'm probably sure you're going to like her. This is the first time she's going to be with us, and yes, I meant to call her up so that we can actually start up the conversation. We're meant to talk about the year. And if you listened to my podcast earlier, you heard me talking about the year being so wild and wonderful and being so ugly and the sad one. But then, if you were a Trump fan, you probably not like the year that much. And if you're my fan, you would be on the side of conspiracy theories because we are on this train to solve the puzzle of this year. So it ends well eventually. A few persons can say, yeah, it ended well for them eventually. Some people have gotten married, like we highlighted earlier. And some people have realized that there's no need beating around the bush if you can get things happen within the shortest period of time. But I can tell you that the people who are actually making things happen now are the people who planned for it earlier. If you're getting married now, it's certain that you guys probably have been dating before now. Some people have been dating for years, and the scare of 2020 really made them realize that they're really wasting their time. Some people realize that they're meant to start a family, even if something's going to happen by 2021. So no one is sure yet, but then they decided, okay, to call this, wait a quit, and then put things in order and start a family and start the process. Some people are making money, some people are making a whole lot, depending on what you do. Some people are down, some people have lost their jobs, especially if you're on white collar. And some people who are into businesses have been able to beat the whole thing, and they're out there making things happen. So tonight, I'm going to bring us a guest, and then we're going to hear her own side of the story concerning the year, as every other person has heard too. Either the year has been awesome for you or it's been worse for you, but then you're going to feel better eventually because that is what it's all about. You're going to tell yourself a story to feel better, whether you like it or not. Okay? So guys, stay tuned. I'll be right back. This is the Radio Apprentice. You're listening to our radio podcast. Hello, fam. This is our radio podcast with the Radio Apprentice. Hello. You're welcome to our radio podcast live with the Radio Apprentice.
Hi, good evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for coming in. I'm sure everyone is waiting for you. We've been talking about a couple of things earlier. So, what's your name?
My name is Precious.
Okay, Precious, you're very much welcome.
Thank you.
Precious, so far, your voice sounds like you've been having a wonderful year. We've been having a very long argument about the year so far, I can tell you that. I actually looked for trouble by bringing up the year, and then I've been having a lot of pushbacks. Some persons want to beat me up on air. But then we can actually ask a question like, how worse or how good has this year been for you so far with everything happening? With the worst come scenario about the economy that's so under, or the people and the history about things that's so scary. And you can tell as much as possible that it's not been good and it's been good, but I would like to know, how has it been for you so far, Precious?
Once again, I just want to say thank you for having your show, your plan. Well, for the year 2020, it is what it is already. Like, you're stuck, we're stuck. So I think we just have to try to make the best of it. Yeah. So this year really started slow. I mean, before the whole pandemic and everything started, I think it was really, really hot earlier in the year. I think that was what even ushered in the pandemic, even if we did not realize it, but it was really hot at the beginning of the year. So like I said, it is what it is. Like, we just have to cope with what we have.
Okay.
You know, like they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it all started, how scared were you? Were you scared?
Yes, I was scared. I was scared because when the pandemic started, I was scared. I was in Port Harcourt actually, and then I had a flu, and I kept checking myself. I kept checking for symptoms, I was really scared. I thought it was never going to end. Like we're never going to come out. Like I was just going to eat up all my savings or probably what I had, and probably just the way the American movie pandemics always they always end.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're glad that it's better now. It's not finished, but it's better.
Okay, you were thinking that it was all about going to be snowy, everywhere is going to be calm, we're going to have zombies everywhere.
I thought it was going to be us just being in the house and starving to death because definitely the food will finish now. Abby.
So basically, on your environment and all of it, how much did it affect you? Apart from you being scared and looking the fact that the world is about to end, and if we're going to have zombies like the foreign movies, and snow that won't ever go away, uh, how did it affect you so far?
Well, it had like it affected me like in both positive and negative ways, which is for entrepreneurs like myself, everything just basically went down. Like everything, sales and all that went, really slowed down. I think the only people that really made money or really, at some point, really cashed out from the whole pandemic thing were people selling food. Because at that point, everybody was just concerned about food and life. Because they go say, "She na person where they, if you're selling clothes, for instance, they say na person where they alive they wear clothes."
Yeah.
Do you get me? Yeah, and then that was how it really, really affected. It really, really affected me negatively. Then for positively, it made me look at things differently. I'm sure it did that to some people. It made me look at things differently. It made me appreciate the life that I live much more. It made me appreciate my family. I think it gave myself and my family like a stronger bond, myself and my friends. And, I just wanted to live and be alive. That's what it was for me, basically,
Oh,
for the pandemic.
the stronger bond. I can argue the fact that you guys thought you were going to die. So you were like,
Exactly.
you were
So
like,
the calls were back to back.
what are we
Calls
going?
were back to back.
So why are we quarreling? Why are we fighting? Why
Well,
are we backbiting?
exactly,
Oh, I
exactly.
can get that. So now, since the pandemic went on free, because this part of the world is not as bad as it is out there. We know,
Yeah.
we had a couple of people out there on the show, and those ones we're just going to keep our head down when talking to them because we know it's real over there. But here now, so far, how have you been able to recoup everything you lost during the months where we had the panic? Because I refer to that as panic. I'll tell you why later, but everything that happened then, I can tell you, was on the panic pre. But then, so far, since the panic went down, how have you been able to recoup your loss?
Okay. When it comes to recouping everything, well, it's not like everything has actually gone back to normal when it comes to business. I'm sure for some people it must have come back to normal, but for people like for me, it hasn't come back to normal like 100%. So day by day, still trying to push, still trying to get the business, the platform, the brand out there for people to actually still know that we exist, and that the whole pandemic has nothing on us. So it's a gradual process. And definitely still working on it.
So
Yeah.
are you going to say the year has been really bad for you, like bad, bad? Are you going to say the year has been normal, or you're going to say that the year has been good?
Okay. So for this year, this year has it has been slow, but I wouldn't say it has been bad for me because this 2020 made me realize a lot of things, and then my growth level in 2020 actually really increased. My growth level in 2020 really increased. So I would say it has been a slow year, but it is a good year for me because I came into realization with a lot of things, a lot of things in a lot of aspects, for my life here.
So
So
I'm probably sure that even with a few weeks going before we enter 21, when the new year is going to start drinking, because it looks like he had to stop drinking at 20. So I'm probably sure that you're still working to keep things going, I guess.
definitely, definitely,
But
definitely.
okay, let's drift away from that now. I'm sure everyone is going to pardon me right now. This is the first time I'm having you on air. So I'm going to go a little bit personal. And you said you liked it. You're okay with it. Okay?
Sure, sure.
Precious, uh, what do you basically do for fun?
Okay, what do? Uh, well, I really don't. It differs, though. I think it depends on my mood. What I would actually say that I do for fun at every particular time. I might do stuff now, something now, and then maybe the next day or the next week, it doesn't, it's not fun to me anymore. So I would say doing stuff for fun depends on my mood, and the state of mind I am in at that time.
So I'm going to help.
Um,
I'm going to help you share your mood right now. I'm very good at that. Okay.
okay, okay,
During the period when you were locked inside the house, and Wiki was telling everybody stay inside. If you come out, we catch you.
yeah,
What were you doing for fun at that time?
okay. Uh, I think I watched a lot of YouTube videos then. I think that's what I was doing for fun. I watched a lot of YouTube videos then, and then I was just on Instagram. Because at that point, there was actually nothing that was channeling me, that was motivating me to try to have fun at that point. Do you understand? So it wasn't a fun period for me actually.
Okay. So the moment we were let loose eventually. So what was the next thing you started doing?
Um, when after the pandemic, after the lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Well, after the lockdown, I think I just continued with my life. But there was actually nothing really going on for fun because all the fun places were closed.
Do you club? Club?
Do I club?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh,
Once in a while, I do.
okay. So the pandemic affected you on that note.
Yes, it did. It did.
Do you see movies?
I am no. I'm not really a movie person.
Okay, so you're not on our lineup, so it's okay. It's
No,
okay.
no. I'm not really a movie
No
person.
problem. It got that bad. What else? If you read books, you can read in your house. If you play music, you can play in your house. What else?
Exactly.
What else has been done
Like,
outside that you couldn't do?
nothing actually. Nothing actually.
So you're good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Precious, what you do for a living? Is this something that we can get to know?
Okay, so I am an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am an entrepreneur, and well, when it comes to my being an entrepreneur, I have basically two businesses that I run
Okay.
apart from my personal blog, which is I am a cosmetologist
Please,
and
that
also
English is big. Can you break it down?
okay. When I mean cosmetologist, I mean I have studied, the do's and don'ts of using beauty products on your skin,
Yeah.
and also gone to study the whole spa thing, for massage and all that, and facials and all that. And I also sell luxury items for men, mostly for men.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Precious, for letting us have you right here. We hope to have you some more and get in touch. We need to bring up a couple of persons who are actually online trying to get us through. Thank you very much. I'm so excited to have you, and I hope we have you next again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you very
Precious.
much.
Take care of you
All
and
right.
stay tuned.
All right. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, fam. This is our Radio Podcast with the Radio Apprentice.